tail is covered with venomous spines, which are capable of puncturing through the boots of wandering fishermen. The toxins are very painful and have resulted in numerous fatalities, including that of a bride on her honeymoon, which has since given this monster the name of the bride slasher. Next, the small-toothed sawfish. Found in the Amazon River basin, the small-toothed sawfish likes to live in shallower, muddier water. Its long snout resembles a saw blade and contains around 15 to 20 tooth-like structures that stick out of it. This fish is an endangered species that used to be prolific in North and South America, but it's now on a protected list, and many of them are living in captivity in order for them to survive. The saw blade, like he knows, is used to keep predators away and to dig through the sand in order to secure small fish for eating. These guys don't necessarily hunt humans on purpose, but if feeling vulnerable, they will use their giant saw nose to do some serious damage to a person. Then, the green anaconda. As the world's heaviest snake, this guy is not to be messed with. However, it's the females who are usually larger than the males and are rumored to grow up to 550,000 sa at 29 foot long. The green anaconda is a constrictor, which means that it probably won't try to bite you first, but it will just squeeze you to death. And with over 500 pounds of muscle, that shouldn't be too difficult. These guys love the water and make a regular diet out of whatever unlucky victims that happen to be near the river. Capybaras, crocodiles, and in rare cases, even humans. Following that, the pacu fish. Although it may not look super frightening, the pacu fish, which is native to the Amazon River, may weigh up to 55 pounds and grow up to 3 foot long. Its teeth are creepily human-looking, and it has been known to bite in a way that can cause a man to bleed to death. Although capable of eating meat, the pacu fish is actually mostly a vegetarian, using its teeth to crack open nuts and chew on other vegetations found in the river. And after that, the pink Amazon River dolphin. Averaging about 6.5 feet long, the Amazon River dolphin is also referred to as the boto. This is the largest species of river dolphin in the world. These dolphins like to inhabit the portion of the river that have low water, and that is fast-flowing. The boo ranges in variations of pink, and the depth of its pink color depends on the clarity of the water, as the sun exposure causes the dolphin to lose its pink tinge. This guy has a neck that is flexible and can move from left to right, which is an unusual feature for a dolphin. Local legend has long reported that these pink dolphins have special magical powers. These dolphins will bite humans if they feel threatened, but so far, their magical powers still remain a mystery. Then, the giant otter. Starting off with exactly what anyone would blurt out seeing this animal in the wild for the first time, it's a giant otter. The giant otter is the longest of the world's 13 otter species, averaging in length for males as long as 6 feet from head to tail and weighing up to 75 pounds. You figure out how to control this immense animal with a device from a safe distance, and you've got a menacing NBA player that will dunk over you before it rips you to shreds. Their diet consists of crabs and fish, and fully sized anacondas. That's right, these giant OTAs have been seen successfully tracking and devouring anacondas. Following that, the poison dart frog. Though a small, colorful frog, it's not visually menacing. Knowing why this frog species doesn't even bother trying to blend into the environment is very telling on how confident it is. Indeed, the poison dart frog oozes a deadly poison through their skin, and if absorbed in large amounts, can cause heart failure. The golden poison dart frog is one of the most deadly types, which can poison up to 20 humans. After learning the potency of its poison, scientists learned that they absorb poison from insects, and the insects get the poison from plants. Next, the black piranha. With a smile that could be used in Halloween teeth-whitening commercials, the black piranha jaw is one of the most deadliest chompers in the world. So powerful that their bite force is 30 times its own body weight. To compare this feat of power to other animals like alligators and sharks, relative to their own size, the black piranha has an unmatched rival even when compared to the Tyrannosaurus rexes. Despite the carnivorous diet, they will eat almost anything they can get their teeth into: fish, snails, insects, plants, and birds flying too close to the water's surface. And then, the arapaima, also known as piku or pea. These huge meat-devouring fish are not only physically intimidating, but also have armored scales that are very effective against their predators, such as the piranha. They actually breathe surface air through their gills, so in addition to staying near the surface most of the time, they belch a coughing sound when they breathe in oxygen. Seeing one in action is like witnessing a small armored cylinder tank that doesn't care about weak piranhas trying to puncture its skin while coming out of the water for some air. Oh, and did we mention even their tongue has teeth? Yeah, sleep on that. After that, the payara. With a nickname like saber-toothed tigerfish, this carnival has made a reputation for itself. The payara are absolutely aggressive predators, just like Americans at Denny's. They're able to gorge animals up to half their own body size, reaching up to 4 feet, and on some occasions even longer. A diet of just piranhas is easily an attainable hobby on an hourly basis for them. What inspired their name are the 2 pea tusks that sprout from their lower jaw, which grow up to an average 6 in length. Their fangs are so large, they have even developed distinct holes in their upper jaw so they don't puncture their own head. Following is the electric eel. The high-voltage strike of an electric eel is one of the most powerful attacks in nature, but did you know that their shock waves are also used to track prey in the dark? Electric eels live in the remote, murky waters of the Amazon River basin in South America, where it's tricky to observe them in their natural habitat. And there are many challenges in capturing it without causing them to react with an electronic charge of up to 600 volts, a shock strong enough to knock down a horse or even possibly Pegasus. Just milliseconds after the animal unleashes its electricity, like Storm from X-Men, its head is already moving to gobble up the paralyzed prey. Electric eels are able to do this by storing energy like a battery and then discharging it quickly, almost as if they were built like a Samsung phone. Then, the golden lancehead. The Amazon River hosts 17 species of fatal venomous snakes, but the true villains, responsible for 99.9% of humans being attacked, are the pit viper family, specifically the golden lanceheads. The golden lanceheads is usually found in connecting areas between the main river and any Amazon basin, preferring to rest on dry areas around the river and wait for their prey to be nearby. There has never been a recorded bite by one, but other members of the vipers are responsible for more human deaths than any other snake in both North and South America, and including the anaconda. The golden lancehead is the fastest-acting venom in their family. If you were to get bitten by one, the effects would include swelling, vomiting, nausea, bruising, blood blisters, blood in your vomit and urine, kidney failure, intestinal bleeding, blood supply failure, brain hemorrhage, and all your muscles tissues weakening. This makes the golden lancehead the most terrifying being systematically destroyed from the inside bit by bit. At least, with the bull shark, your head would be chomped off, and that's the end of it. But a bite from this guy would be a long and painful way to die. Following that, the black caiman. Forget regular crocodiles, enter the black caiman. If life was a video game, this monster would be the boss on the last level of the crocodile apocalypse. It's one of the largest crocodiles in the world and a fent predator in the Amazon rainforest. The black caiman is appropriate because just like a black hole, it will reduce anything into nothing for breakfast. Their powerful jaws can break down anacondas, dogs, giant OTAs, wild pigs, piranhas, sloths, monkeys, and even other kimmen. And if they swallow something that's too big, they just wait for their food to digest a bit and then bite it into smaller pieces. No napkins needed. Attacking humans is not uncommon, although humans are mostly only at risk from kimmen over 13 foot. The black kimmen can reach up to 20 foot long. That's over 3 Kobe Bryant. And now, the bull shark. Bull sharks are technically saltwater dwellers in the ocean, but bull sharks can live and prosper in freshwater too. The reason for this is because they have special kidneys that know how to manage salinity of any surrounding area of water and adapt to their new pad to chill and be terrifying. Like other sharks, they have an army of sharp teeth with incredibly strong jaws with a bite might of 1,300 sang. Oh, and they love the taste of humans. They've got the VIP membership in attacking people that come near whichever living habitat of the week they choose. This combined with a tendency to live near densely populated areas, experts say they are the most dangerous sharks in the world. And finally, we have reached the #1 spot, the kangaroo. Well, amongst other things, the Amazon is home to a nightmarish creature like the kangaroo, otherwise known as the vampire fish. Seriously, if you've never read about these little suckers, do now. The time to tattoo this vital info onto your arm is literally now. First, it's small, real small. You can't see it if you're standing waist deep in the water, not until it's much, much too late. You see, when the fish isn't around humans, it utilizes its extreme sense of smell and taste to track amounts of nutrients in other animals' urine. Then the condu wedges itself into their gills, extending spines to latch onto their flesh and feed on the blood of the host. Do you see where this is heading? If you're unlucky enough to be in the Amazon River when you relieve yourself, you will fall victim to the kuru taking the express lane straight to your private region, including your anus. This unholy fish is almost impossible to remove without surgery. Though what difference does that make when the devil butthole attacker has wreaked havoc on your private possessions?
Contrary to popular belief, not all animals are cutesy and are just misunderstood and want love. No, some aren't just meant to be petted, much less approached, and here are but just a few of them. Here are 10 extremely dangerous animals you should run away from. Number 10. The moose. The moose looks pretty friendly in appearance. They look like they have permanent smiles on their faces. And who here remembers Rocky and Bullwinkle? Who doesn't? But don't let the goopy smiles fool you. If you see one, it's best to turn around and run away. They look so docile that most people don't think twice about approaching them. Most of the time, nothing eventful happens, with the moose preferring to keep a safe distance from us filthy humans. However, when a moose mother is with its calf, then things are a lot different. Moose can be extremely dangerous when they're frightened. Mothers have a tight bond with calves, and they attack any intruder they might perceive as dangerous. They've been known to attack wolves and deer, even bears, and also the occasional human. They're especially threatened of humans when they have dogs around. So if you plan on going for a walk in the woods where moose live better, leave Fido at home. They are the biggest members of the deer family and are armed with massive antlers that they use as weapons of both attack and defend. Number 9. The cone snail. The cone snail has been a favorite among shell collectors for centuries, but don't be fooled by its pretty appearance. These snails are killers armed with miniature harpoons, foreign from modified. These critters can fire a hollow barb loaded with deadly neurotoxins in any direction. The harpoon of some of the larger species of cone snail is big and powerful enough to not only penetrate human skin, but gloves or wetsuits as well. A single drop of the cone snail's venom is said to be sufficient to kill 20 men, making it one of the most venomous creatures on Earth. Known as conotoxins, the poison can be highly specific, affecting only certain types of nerves. Whilst this may be of medical interest, the stings generally cause intense localized pain when exposed, with the life-threatening symptoms sometimes taking several days to present. On the other hand, rapid paralysis of the respiratory system and death can occur shortly after the sting. In fact, one species of column snail is known locally as the cigarette snail on account of there being just enough time to smoke one out before you, kick the bucket. Good news though, they're snails, so it's easy to just kind of walk away from these guys, you know? Number 8. Fire salamander. The fire salamander is an amphibian mosasaurus, countries. They are famous for their superb black and yellow coloration, although some specimens also have shades of red and orange. In the animal kingdom, bright colorations usually is a sign of danger, and this fact couldn't be truer for this dangerous amphibian. They can live up to 50 years, and all these characteristics make people think that they are awesome pets to have. In fact, there's already a few people who do have them as pets. The thing is, taking in this creature as a pet is equivalent to petting an angry diamondback rattlesnake under its chin and calling it a jerk. The skin of this animal is covered, which it secretes from glands located just under the skin. This toxin is extremely toxic, and when ingested, attacks the victim's central nervous system directly, and can cause a variety of problems, which includes uncontrollable muscle convulsions and hypertension. Needless to say, the toxin is extremely harmful to humans. Number 7. Cape buffalo. So far, we've met animals that are pretty easy to run away from. This next one? Not so much. The Cape buffalo is renowned for being a very dangerous animal. So dangerous, in fact, that the locals' nickname for them is the Black Death. They are responsible for the most number of fatal animal attacks on humans in Africa. When it feels that it's being threatened, or even if you deserve it just a little bit, a Cape buffalo would attack anything, even large predators like lions. A matured Cape buffalo stands 6 feet in height and can weigh close to a ton. The most noticeable feature and primary weapon of Cape buffalo are their large, thick horns. When a member of the herd or a calf is being disturbed, they would charge with their massive horns. Attacks from such a large animal like Cape buffalo can result in severe injuries or more than likely death. It is most aggressive when it's been wounded, or if one of the cows from the herd is under attack. An angry buffalo will circle and stalk its prey, waiting for the perfect moment to tear apart its opponent with its massive, thick horns. They're also known to engage in mobbing behavior when fighting off predators. Number 6. Hippopotamus. The Greeks named these enormous animals river horses. But graceful swimming is about the only thing in common they have with horses. They conceal themselves mostly underwater, with just their protruding nostrils and eyes visible above water. These seemingly placid water giants are downright dangerous though. In Africa, locals claim that hippos are responsible for more human attacks and fatalities than crocodiles, lions, elephants, and cheetahs combined. The thing is, there's no reliable sources that can confirm the rumor. But there are lots of evidence that suggests that there are at least 500 deaths related to hippos each year. And that number could potentially be a lot higher. Their massive jaws could easily crush a human if they wanted to. And there has been documented cases of hippos just suddenly deciding to attack a human. Mario's elves had a pet hippo which he had had since life. The hippo seemed tame, allowing elves to hand feed it and even swim with it. And then one day an ambulance was called to El's home and they found him covered with multiple hippo bites. Apparently, the hippo just suddenly attacked him and pulled him underwater. He was pronounced DOA in the hospital, unsurprisingly. This animal pretty much sits at the very top of the food chain, partly because it eats just about anything and partly because it's incredibly fierce. They are one of the most aggressive animals on Earth. So aggressive, in fact, that they exhibit such behavior from the time they hatch from their eggs. They weigh a minimum of about 200 pounds, grow to a startling 6 meters in length, and have been known to devour anything from a water buffalo to a shark. These incredible creatures are known for the infamous death roll, a technique where it continuously flips its prey over in the water until it drowns, making it one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Luckily, there are strict policies in place when it comes to swimming with these crocs, and more often than not, it's the humans that are attacking them, not the other way around. These animals are widespread and can be found inhabiting coastal waters from Sri Lanka and the east coast of India through the southeast of Asia and northern Australia. Number 4. The elephants. African elephants are the largest land mammal on Earth, and with their oversized ears, expression-filled trunks, and gracefulness, it seems crazy to imagine that they're dangerous. But the truth is, these gigantic animals can be extremely aggressive and have been known to run right over a rhino in their path. Now, if it doesn't hesitate to take a full-grown rhino head-on, What do you think it feels about us puny humans? Elephants have also been known to attack and ravage entire villages. There is a lot of debate surrounding elephants and their temperament, as many experts believe their aggressive behavior stems from years of severe trauma, including culling and poaching by humans. It's also believed that elephants have excellent memories, so if you do them wrong, they're going to remember you. Heck, they'll even possibly hunt you down just to get even. There are a number of places where you can see these giant animals, including 37 sub-Saharan countries, including Botswana, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, and Zambia. Asian elephants, on the other hand, are found in Cambodia, Vietnam, India, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Number 3. The beaver. Yes, I'm not kidding actually, beavers are extremely dangerous. These animals are nocturnal and are native to North America and Eurasia. The unique nature of these animals is that they build homes in the form of dams, canals, and lodges. Some people prefer to grow them as domestic pets, and here's where the problem lies. These guys don't take kindly to being domesticated. They are usually aggressive when someone takes them from their natural habitat. Also, when they're infected with rabies, they become unpredictable and are also more prone to attack. When scared, they will attack humans. And another thing, they're capable of attacking people both in land and water. Their trademark sharp front teeth can easily tear the skin and flesh of victims. Their bites can sometimes cause damage to the arteries, which, as doctors will tell you, is not something that you would want to happen to you. Now it's time for today's best pick. Today's pick is another submission by a subscriber, and it shows a man, and seemingly getting attacked by one of the largest insects I have ever seen. I can confidently say though that the photo itself isn't real. Possibly it's still taken from a bad movie. What movie? I don't know. And basing it entirely on the visual effects on the photo, I don't want to find out. I have better things to do than wasting an hour and a half of my life. I do that with every hour of my life. But the question is there a giant insect that you should run away from? Well, there is, and find out what it is next with number 2. 2. A Japanese giant hornet. Although these hornets are very localized in Japan and some of the nearby Asian countries, they are bound to scare anyone that sees them. A fully grown giant Japanese hornet can be up to 3 inches in length, bigger than any other species of hornet or bee out there. Giant Japanese hornet is, without a question, the largest species of hornet in the world. Although they aren't really aggressive, they can get very dangerous when disturbed, and they are extremely territorial, which is unfortunate for honeybees, as their territories often overlap with one another, making the likelihood of territorial disputes quite likely. Just 20 of these hornets can decimate an entire hive of honeybees. They also pose a problem to humans as well. Not only do they induce terror due to their immense size, their stings also contain venom similar to that of bees. And if you find yourself highly allergic to this venom, death can come in minutes without proper treatment. But quite unlike bees, these guys can sting you multiple times, and a high concentration of its venom have been known to dissolve human tissue. As a matter of fact, up to 40 deaths per year are attributed to the sting of Japanese hornets. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. The black mamba. Black mambas give you more than one reason for you to run away from them. That is, if you can run away from them. Not only are they one of the most venomous snakes in the world, they are also the fastest, managing to slither around at 5 miles an hour. They have been blamed for numerous human deaths, and African myths exaggerate their capabilities to legendary proportions. For these reasons, the black mamba is widely considered the world's deadliest snake. Black mambas are shy, and will almost always seek to escape when confronted. However, when cornered, these snakes will raise their heads, sometimes with a third of their body off the ground, spread their cobra-like neck feathers, flap open their black mouths, and hiss. If an attacker persists, the mamba will strike not once but repeatedly, injecting large amounts of potent neuro and cardiotoxin with each strike. Before the advent of black mamba antivenom, a bite from this fearsome serpent was almost always fatal, usually within about 20 minutes. Unfortunately, antivenom is not widely available in the rural parts of the mama's range, and mama-related deaths remain frequent. Know of any other dangerous animals you should run away from? Let us know down below in the comments. Also, check out the channel's other amazing videos. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.